couple of things again that been on my, what do you call it, mind, is, what do you call it? First one is related to my condition and my, how, am I awake, how, am I sleepy or am I tired during the day? And one of the things that I've now noticed is that exercising, I've talked about exercise a lot, but then it kind of it comes and goes in bits. But now this new workplace at MacBook Pro, it's kind of nice because I get to cycle there every day, and it's quicker than going by car or by basically any other means. It's quicker. So I cycle to the train station, take the train downtown, and then I cycle to work, and it's quicker than any other method. So I've been exercising a lot, and I've kind of trying to push myself, so it's not I don't take it easy. But what I have noticed is that that's another thing I've started to do. I obviously, I haven't stopped watching YouTube and interesting videos, and I follow this guy, Jordan Peterson, and his one of the podcasts that he had was with was it a Navy SEAL? I think, yeah. Well, a military guy called Jocko Willink, and he's a fairly intense guy. He talks about, he's written a book called Extreme Leadership. He had this Jocko Willink, I think he was also on Casey Neistat podcast, and he was talking about getting up early and how his best hours of the day are getting up early. So I've been doing that. My alarm clock goes off at 5 o'clock every morning, and I do get up. I drink a cup of tea, read Helsinki Sanomat, then I cycle to the train, and then I read the Bible on the train, because I could read Helsinki Sanomat on the train, but that's stuff to carry with you, and Terhi needs to read it, so, or Terhi wants to read it, so I just, what do you call it? I read the Bible on the train. I've once even read it aloud because I was alone in the carriage, so I read it out loud. And then some people came, and they were luckily on the opposite side, so I continued reading it aloud. It's funny, once you do these things, it's no bother. But when you think about that, I'll do this, then it's somehow stressful, or the idea is daunting that I won't do this. So yeah, I've been getting up earlier, and I feel that the need of sleep has declined. It's what it used to be before I got ill. So I feel that I don't need this minimum of 8 hours of sleep in order to be able to cope the day. So I've been all right. Then the other thing that I have now done, I bought a brand new MacBook, and what do you call it? The problem was that I I installed an old backup onto it, and the backup, it ended up in a situation where the battery, it went for 100% charged to nil, zero, empty in about 2 hours. And I called Apple and said, hey, this is the case, this is absolutely horrible what you're doing to me. This is, I'd like my computer to work, because I go to meetings and I need to have it operating for more than 2 hours in a row, that I really need some kind of a fix to this. So then I took it to MCare. It's a company in Gombe, quite near Rolla, where I work. And obviously I cannot give my admin password to them. And they were very unpleasant to me. It's the absolute last time I'm going to take any Apple gear there. They're just horribly unpleasant. So after fighting with this authorized repair shop, they were just asking for, we need the password. And I said, yeah, you can reinstall the whole thing and then you can test it. But I'm not giving you my password. And then it escalated the situation where I said to Apple, because they weren't getting anything fixed, I told them, okay, fine, it's a term in Finnish, I don't know what the term is in English, kaupan purku. So basically I get my money back and I'll send the computer back, but I don't want this thing. It's a broken piece of something. So what I did, then first I talked with the support guy and he was very reluctant, but no, there's no way. And he was kind of making claims that, well, the 2-week complaint period is ended. I'd say, I do not care about your 2-week complaint period. If you sell me a thing that is only operated on power, you cannot claim that 2 weeks complaint period is, this will be returned. So what they then did, they got in touch with somebody higher up in their organization that yes, you can get your money back. And I said, yeah, fine. There's also an option that we'll send you a new device. And I said, yeah, I like Apple's. I counted, I've got 2 Airs, 2 17-inch MacBook Pros, 2 15-inch MacBook Pros, and now this device here, MacBook. This is a a new. It's got 32 gigabytes of memory in it. That's why I got it, to get the memory. And so then the lady, when I explained my history with, I said, yeah, I'd like a replacement. Let's give it a go. And now I'm getting a replacement, and I need to return this one. But then I started to wonder will it function any better than the old one? So what I did, I did not restore it from a backup. I installed a completely vanilla operating system onto it, and it looks like this particular piece of hardware, it works just fine. And the problem, it was not related to the hardware. It's some software, but now I've been installing all the software back onto the computer, and the battery seems to operate kind of nice. But that's a nasty thing, that the battery would just die off like that in 2 hours. They promised 10 on their webpage. and so 2 is way too little. What else? Yeah, now I'm testing because my previous MacBook, it struggled with a 3 camera angle, and now I'm testing on this one whether I could smoothly run 3 cameras. I could even add a 4th angle, try it with my phone and see if, oh yeah, I didn't succumb. There's a place next to where I work, Swappy or something like that, the company name. But basically they sell old iPhones, so they're used. And I got a what is it, 8 Plus or something like that. So I'm an Apple user now, with my, what do you call it? It's worse, Apple. For example, one thing that I got used to in an Android was the split screen functionality. You can't get that in Apple, or you can get an app that costs you something in order to have it split screen. I like to have something, for example, a YouTube video playing at the top, and then I'll go through my emails at the bottom, so I have 2 things going on at the same time. But anyway, 3 camera test. Let's see how it works. I'll finish in this video by saying Jesus Christ is King. Amen.
Let this be your